It's trade deadline week, and every year we talk about who's going to be traded. This year, I'm more interested in who needs a change of scenery. I've got 5. Some are obvious. The first one, though, might surprise you. I'm Albert Vartanian. Welcome to 5 for Diving.
I mean, I'm not happy.
Well, nobody in Toronto is. I mean, they're staring down some version of a rebuild. Am I allowed to say that? And Anthony Stolarz probably doesn't want to be a part of that, and the team needs picks. They don't have any, but that's not the only reason. Let me take you back to October 18th, Leafs and Kraken.
Marksman to the net, and he crashes into Stolarz, and a penalty upcoming, and Stolarz.
Clearly, Stolarz wasn't happy about being run by Marchment, and he let his feelings out after the game.
You know, it's not fun. I don't like having 225-pound guys landing on me, so, hopefully learn a lesson here.
Stolarz didn't stop there. He went on to call out William Nylander for his defensive effort on the OT goal.
I mean, a lot of guys have been here for a while. Overtime, you can't let someone beat you up the ice there, and, you want to be on the ice in that situation, you got to work hard. Got to work back, and it cost us a point there.
Calling out the star player takes some stones, especially in this market, and he didn't stop there. He even went out and called out the style of play.
I mean, maybe we can take a page out of their book and start getting to the net. I mean, for us, it's, we like to go low to high and shoot, but, it's for their goalie, it's like playing catch in the yard.
So in one scrum, he called out his teammates, a star player, and basically the system.
I mean, I'm not happy.
We know, and maybe that plays in some rooms. I can't imagine it went over well in that one. Plus, Stolarz went MIA less than a month later. Do you remember that? He starts a game in Boston, leaves after the first period, and poof, ninja dust. He was out for 2 months, and nobody outside of the organization knew what happened or where he was. And the last reason for him to leave is roster math. Dennis Hildeby won't be waiver exempt next season, so what are the Leafs doing? Carrying 3 goalies? Probably not. Risk losing Hildeby for nothing? Doubt it. That leaves one option. Move a goalie. Stolarz is the oldest. He has injury issues, so unfortunately, he draws the short straw. If you've been with a team for 13 seasons and your coach calls you out for having no heart, it's probably time to go.
I can't give guys this or this. They got to bring that. They got to want to bring that.
Craig Berube didn't specifically call out Morgan Rielly, but he's the longest serving Leaf that wears an A. You know he felt that one.
When you come out for a home game, you got to have some pride and put forward, an effort that you can, look yourself in the mirror afterwards and feel good about. And I don't think that's the case tonight.
It's been tough for Rielly, especially this year. As of this recording, he's been on the ice for more even strength goals against than anyone in the league, and near the bottom in most defensive metrics. Unfortunately, he's been miscast as a number 1 defenseman who's not playing like one and not providing the offense like one. It's become stale, like a long-term relationship where both people just grow apart, even if one side is still in love.
For me, it's been just a real pleasure and a privilege.
The guy clearly loves it here, and he's loved by the fans, but it feels like it's the right time.
That's not what I'm thinking about right now.
Now here's the tricky part about a move. According to Kyper's most recent trade board, which is up on sportsnet.ca, he says there's no market for Morgan Rielly, which isn't that surprising considering he has 4 years left at $7.5 million and a full no move. This feels like a summer conversation, if it happens at all. If there's anybody who needs a change of scenery, it's Elias Pettersson.
I mean, I haven't lived up to expectations of the contract, and I'll be the first one to say it.
Almost 2 years to the day, Pettersson signed an 8-year deal with the Canucks worth over $92 million, a contract that's aged like a glass of milk. I don't need to go over the points totals. You already know that. And you also know that the Vancouver Canucks are in sell mode, and EP40 is being talked about a lot.
Are you surprised 2 years later to hear your name in trade discussions and rumors?
I mean, it's you guys who make the trade rumors, so ask yourself.
That's an hilarious answer, and he's not completely wrong. Regardless, he's linked to multiple teams, including the Red Wings and the LA Kings, so we'll see what happens. But there's no doubt that his stock took a hit the other night when Adam Foote relegated him to the 4th line and benched him for the final 9:47 of the game.
Petey's a top line center. He didn't have his what in my opinion, the last game, he didn't have the zip, didn't have the energy, and I wanted to make an adjustment.
Man, I get it. Coach is coach to win. But less than a week before the deadline, the front office cannot have been happy with that.
He saw what was best for the team to try to win the game, and I respect his decision, and I need to be better.
Brady Tkachuk needs to leave Ottawa. That's probably a post you saw on X a ton of times over the past week for different reasons.
That's not even something that has crossed my mind.
And I believe him. But 8 years in one place with one playoff appearance? That's a long time for any athlete, especially one wired the way Brady Tkachuk is. I get Sens fans won't like this, but how many more seasons does a pure, big game player like Brady Tkachuk want to throw away?
I love playing for this team. I love the guys in this room. I really believe in what we're all about, and that thought has just never crossed my mind.
Ottawa's a really good team. They really are, but they can't get a save. Worst save percentage in the league. They brought in James Reimer because they were out of options. That's not good. And I like Ullmark, but can you trust him? I don't. I mean, it's not like they need Vasilevsky. They need middle-of-the-pack goaltending, and they're in. So if goaltending doesn't improve either soon or in 2 years when his deal is up, then it's probably time to go. The St. Louis Blues are heading towards a rebuild, a retool, whatever you want to call it. It's time for Jordan Binnington to move on and help a contender. There's no sugarcoating it. It's been a tough year for Binnington. Recently, he's got 1 win in his last 13 starts. He's been pulled 4 times, should have been 5, but Jim Montgomery couldn't find his backup.
We were trying to locate Joel Hofer, and I think we found him. Look very close. Oh, there he is. Do you still need me?
It's so bad in St. Louis that even the backup doesn't want to play, and I don't blame him. I mean, the team in front of them, especially Binnington, aren't doing him any favors.
Why do we not play our best games when he's in it? It seems like he's gotten the worst efforts of us all night.
The Blues give up a ton of high danger looks. Put Binnington behind a defensively sound team, different story. Carolina makes a lot of sense. 7 straight playoff appearances, and unreliable goaltending has been their downfall every year. Binnington would give them stability next to Brandon Bussi, who's promising, but unproven. Edmonton? Maybe, but I'm not convinced a goalie fixes what's happening over there. And plus, they made their bed with the Jari trade. And I'll throw in Montreal too. Bottom 8 save percentage, fired their goalie coach, and are you fully comfortable going into the playoffs with Dobish and Montembeault? I don't know. The East is wide open. If Binnington's willing, remember, 14-team no trade, Montreal should be aggressive. Go and get a proven winner. All right, that's a 5-pack. Maybe none of them move. Maybe they all stay put and prove me wrong. We're just going to have to wait and see. But if you're telling me one of these guys wouldn't benefit from a reset, I'm not buying it. Thanks for watching.